Welcome back, friends. In today's session we are going to discuss about the materials of the earth's crust. We are going to discuss about the materials of the earth's crust. So if you need these notes, you can go to msongbora.com and don't forget to subscribe our channel for more updates in geography, mathematics, physics, chemistry and biology. So today we are going to discuss about the materials of the earth's crust. In the previous session we discussed about the different composition of the external structure of the earth. Now, the earth's crust is composed of different materials ranging from elements, minerals and rocks. Elements, minerals and rocks. These materials define their physical and chemical composition. Now let's start with the elements. Elements, they refer to the smallest particles of matter which can be split into different forms by any means, which cannot be split. So as we know, our definition of element from chemistry, from Form 2 chemistry, it is the same. Refer to the smallest particles of matter which cannot be broken down into any smaller particles by any means. Now, example of elements, we have magnesium, potassium, sodium, iron, and then you have aluminium, silicon, and many elements which are present in the earth's crust. From there, we have minerals. So minerals ni madini. So they are naturally occurring substances which have definite shape, color and resistance formed due to combination of different elements. Different elements such as carbon and things like that, they can combine to form minerals such as diamond. Diamond, we are saying about diamond. It is carbon. So diamond ni mineral, lakini it is made up of carbon. Diamond ni mineral, lakini imekuwa made up of carbon. So we are saying that they are formed as the result of combination of two or more elements. Some single element like gold, we have silver. So we have gold, we have silver, we have diamond. Meyoka is minerals. Diamond yenyewe ni carbon, then you have silver, we have gold. Hizo ni other elements ambazo zinakuwepo hapo. So mineral element, quartz, silicon and oxygen, feldspar, potassium, sodium, calcium and so these are just examples, and these terminology, they have just mistaken them. There is no terminology like this in physical geography. So just very sorry for this. This is not present here, and this one. So you can just jump this. But we are just talking of the mineral elements which can act like minerals. Now let's move to the rocks of the earth's crust. This is the very important part in the physical chemistry, in the physical geography. Very sorry, I am always confusing physical chemistry and physical geography because I am teaching many subjects. So sometimes I am teaching chemistry. So don't worry. Now, about the rocks of the earth's crust, this is the very important part because always this question is asking in the physical geography and it has many marks. So it is very important for you to listen carefully and to understand what we are discussing about. Now, a rock is an aggregate of minerals in a solid state. On the other hand, the term rock can include substances like clay, shells, sandstones, and corals. Rocks which contain metallic compound are called ores. So tutaenda kusoma kwenye if you are studying chemistry in this form 3 chemistry, we study about the extraction of metals, and in the extraction of metals we are using the metal ores to extract the metals. So the rocks or the rocks which contain metallic substances, they are called the ores. Now we have the types of rock, and how one type of rock can be converted into another type of rock. Now let's discuss about the types of rocks. Rocks in aggregates of minerals in a solid state. So minerals zinakuwa zimeungana kwenye solid state, zimetengeneza kitu kama jiwe. Now, all of the stones which you know, they are rocks. All of the stones which you know, they are rocks. But now let's go into detail and discuss one type of rock after another, one type of rock or one category of rock after another. Now we are studying, we are saying that rocks of the earth's crust can be classified according to their mode of formation and chemical composition. Mode of formation and then chemical composition. Now, according to the mode of formation, rocks can be classified as igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. According to the mode of formation, they can be classified as igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Now, this is a very enjoyable part. Let's start discussing about one type of rock after another. What is igneous rock? What is igneous? Igneous rocks. Igneous rock. What comes into your head? Now, igneous rock, they are rocks which are formed when molten rock cools and solidify within outside of the earth's crust. Now, we are knowing that in the internal structure of the earth, we have the crust, then we have the mantle, and then we have the core. So some part of the mantle, they are molten, and some part of the core, they are molten. Now, in situations such as a volcanic eruption, the molten states or the molten form in the mantle, they can erupt and come outside. So if they will come outside, then they will solidify. By solidifying, they will form what we call as an igneous rock. An igneous rock. Igneous rock by nature, they are very hard. Very hard. And most of these stones which you know, they are igneous rocks. So they are rocks which are formed when molten rock cools and solidify within or outside the earth's crust. Within or outside the earth's crust. As how we shall study later our different categories of volcanic eruption as we are continuing with this physical geography. So the origin of igneous rock is inside the earth, where they are under great pressure. Inside the earth kuna pressure kubwa, so the pressure kubwa inapasua then inakuja outside of the earth. So igneous rock do not occur in a layer and they do not contain fossil. Igneous rock huwezi kukuta mle ndani ya jiwe tu umepasua jiwe ndani kuna mfupa. No, never. Ndani ya jiwe tu ukipasua jiwe unakuta jiwe peke yake. It is because igneous rock zenyewe hazijatokana na mkusanyiko wa uchafu wa hii dunia. So igneous rock tutaenda kuona kwenye sedimentary jinsi gani ambavyo zinakuwa different from igneous. So igneous rock solidify either within the earth's crust and form intrusive feature, or outside the earth's crust form extrusive features. We'll study about the intrusive and the extrusive features when we're going to discuss about different aspects of the physical geography. As we are continuing with this topic, just stay tuned, subscribe the channel, and then you'll be notified for every session which we will upload, so that you will learn all of the things. Now, igneous rock are formed when the molten magma is forced out from the upper mantle to the earth's surface. Molten magma is forced out from the mantle to the earth's surface, where it cools and solidify due to low temperature. So due to low temperature in the earth's surface, kule ndani ya earth kuna high temperature, but outside of the earth we have low temperature. So due to low temperature, they tend to cool and then they solidify. Crystals form on cooling, and the rocks are called crystalline rocks. Crystals form on cooling, and the rocks are called crystalline rocks. There are two main types of igneous rock. First, we have plutonic and volcanic. In plutonic, these have solidified deep in crust, and they are seen on the surface only after being exposed by prolonged erosion. Plutonic, that means kama tunakuwa tuna earth's surface zenyewe zinakuwa ziko inside. So for example, I can illustrate the example here. Let's say here we have the earth's surface. This is our earth's surface, and then we have the rock. Let's say we have the rock which is inside here. This can be categorized as plutonic. Now, if in case erosion has occurred and all of this surface has been removed by erosion, if all of this part has been removed by erosion, that means this part of the rock will be exposed outside. This part of the rock will be exposed outside, and by exposing it outside, this part of the rock will be exposed outside. But the part of the rock is exposed outside just simply because of the prolonged erosion. So these are called as the plutonic type. From there we are moving to volcanic type. These have been poured on the Earth's surface where they are called lavas. So the volcanic type, the rocks, they are coming up to outside from the different internal structure of the Earth. Then eruption occurs where the magma is pulled up to the outside of the Earth, where it tend to cool and solidify. This is what we can classify as the volcanic. So we have plutonic and volcanic igneous rock. Now from there, let's move to the characteristics. Let's see what are the characteristics. What are the features of the igneous rock? What are the features? Now igneous rock, kama tulivyosema, igneous rock zenyewe huwezi kukuta remains of animals or plants. You can't see fossil in igneous rock. And igneous rock, they are hard. They are coming from volcanic eruption. So in characteristics, igneous rock reflect light. Igneous rock. Unaweza kuwa unaona kwamba baadhi ya mawe ukiangalia tu huwa yana ni jiwe lakini lina reflect mwanga. It is stone, mawe meupe na reflect mwanga. That is igneous rock. They are not found in layers. Igneous rock haina layer yenyewe imekuwa pamoja. Lakini from there they do not contain fossil, hazina fossil. Tunakuwa na difference pia with the other types of rock. Then number 4, they are crystalline rocks. Crystalline rocks, that means zenyewe in nature they are crystalline. Crystalline ziko kwenye crystal, kizisaga zinaweza kuwa crystal. Number 5, they are formed through cooling and solidification of magma. Number 6, they can undergo metamorphic and weathering process. We discuss what is the weathering process. As we are continuing with our topic of physical geography, we discuss what is weathering process. Weathering, actually, it is just the simple process of breaking down. The rock tend to break down into small particles. So that's what we call as weathering. But we'll discuss it in detail in next sessions. Then they contain different minerals like iron, magnesium, etc. So in Tanzania, igneous rocks are found in Dodoma, Iringa, and in shores of lakes Victoria, like Mwanza. The main examples are granite, gabbro, basalt, and diorite. There are many examples of igneous rock, but these are just some few examples of igneous. So some are found in Kilimanjaro and Irungwe, Mbeya, such as basalt, pumice, diorite, gabbro, sarite, and these are the ones which are used in the production of cement. We are just crushing them into small particles and then we are getting cement. So as you can see, this stone, I know normally for these people, for we people of Tanzania, this is just the normal stone which we see it in different areas. Huwezi ukaniambia umezaliwa Tanzania hujawahi kuona jiwe kama hili. You are not a truly Tanzanian. Wewe sio Mtanzania. So hiyo ni igneous rock. Just example. That is granite. An example of igneous rock. That is in granite. Then you have the basalt rock. Unaweza kuona the appearance of granite is different from the appearance of the basalt rocks. Unaweza kuona how they appear. How they appear, the basalt rocks. Now from there we have finished about the igneous rock, and then let's move to sedimentary rocks. Now sedimentary rocks, as the name suggests, sedimentary comes from sedimentation. Sedimentation means accumulation, collection of things. They form layers in a number of years, then later they will form a rock. So sedimentation rock are formed through weathering process. Weathering, nimekwambia, inakuwa ni process ambayo zile igneous rock zinavunjika. So weathering process, when sediments are accumulated, compacted and cemented together. So uchafu mbalimbali, yani it's not only for the case of rocks, but the sedimentary rocks, they contain even fossil. So different types of waste they can accumulate, then they can sediment. You can see layers in sedimentary rocks because tunakuwa tuna accumulation of these small particles in a number of years. So in 1 year they form layer, then in next year they will form layer, and the hardness of these layers will be different. Now we are saying that the sediments are compacted by compression to form sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are found in layers. They contain fossils and they are very soft, very soft. These are weathered particles formed through deposition and the lithification processes. We shall see later what the definition of these processes and how they occur. Now, in the characteristics, sedimentary rocks, they are soft, different from igneous rock, which are hard. They are formed when particles or sediments are accumulated, compacted and cemented together. So uchafu mbalimbali unakuwa una accumulate, then una sediment, unajikusanya, unakuwa unakaa pale. Now they contain fossil, zinakuwa zina mabaki ya animals, mifupa. They are found in layers, or we are calling them as strata. They are found in layers. Then they do not reflect light. Number 5, they are non-crystalline rocks. They are hazina crystal. Number 6, they undergo metamorphic process. Inaweza undergo metamorphic, lakini sio weathering. The igneous rock, they can undergo metamorphic and the weathering process, but the sedimentary rocks, they can undergo only metamorphic process. Now, types of sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks, they can be classified according to their nature formation. We have mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. These are formed through weathering process. When weathering agents erode and deposit rocks particles. So weathering agents such as continuous cooling and warming of the rocks, they can break the rocks. Kwa mawe yanaweza kapasuka, then the particles za yale mawe zinaweza ka sediment, labda somewhere ambapo ni mtoni, zikisha sediment pale mtoni, kitakachotokea ni nini? Baada ya zile particles kusediment pale mtoni, kitakachotokea ni kwamba kutakuwa kuna formation of sedimentary rocks. So when weathering agents erode and deposit rock particles, they are accumulated, compacted and cemented together to form sedimentary rocks. Examples of mechanically formed sedimentary rocks, they are clays. Unaweza kuona kwamba clays ni udongo wa mfinyanzi. Gravelly, yani kokoto, and alluvium, all deposited by water. Clays, gravels and alluvium, hizo zote zinatokana na water inazitransfer kwenda maeneo mbalimbali. We have moraines, boulders, clays and gravel deposited by ice, and loess deposited by wind, sandstorms and shale. So we have different categories of sedimentary rocks, but this is one among the examples of sedimentary rocks. This is the sandstone. Unaweza kuona kwamba hapo kuna just combination of different particles ambazo zinakuwa unaona hiyo inakuwa na different colors kwa sababu kuna accumulation of many particles. From there unaweza kuona pia hii sedimentary rocks ambapo kama inaonyesha layers fulani, unaona kama hii hapa ni kama layer hapo imeseparate, unaona hata hapa unaona kama kuna layer. So hizi layers fulani, it is because it is sedimentary rocks. So this is a shale. So a shale occurs in a wide range of colors that include red, brown, green, gray and black. Nadhani kwa wale ambao wanaweza kaishi maeneo kama Dar, kuna mawe yanaita mawe ya Tanga na yanaonyesha rangi fulani in layers. That is sedimentary rocks, examples of sedimentary rocks. Also we have the chemically formed sedimentary rocks. We discuss about mechanically formed. Also we have chemically formed. These are formed through chemical precipitation process. So they include carbonate, as it is, staracite and stalagmite. We have sulfate, chloride, etc. The main examples are gypsum rock, salty, lignite, dolomite, flinty, borax, limonite, and hematite. So all of these, they are examples of the chemically formed. There are different chemical reactions which are taking place, and then they form the sedimentary rock. This is one among the example is a dolomite rock. One among the example of the chemically formed. Also, we have the organically formed. Inatokana na accumulations of the remaining of the organic particles accumulation of the remains of the organic particles. So organically formed, these are formed through mineralization process of decaying and decomposition of dead organisms such as animals and plants. The remains of living organisms are accumulated, compacted, and cemented together to form these sedimentary rocks. The main example, they are chalk or limestone, chokaa ambayo inakuwa ni nyeupe. Then you have cola formed from animals, and peat, coal, and lignite formed from plants. So I know about coal. Wengi tunafahamu makaa ya mawe. Makaa ya mawe, kusema tu makaa ya mawe, makaa ya mawe. Makaa ya mawe is one among the examples of the organically formed sedimentary rocks. Unaona haya makaa ya mawe, lignite rock. Normally haya mambo tumeshayaona sehemu nyingi, makaa ya mawe, lignite rock. So one among the example of organically formed sedimentary rocks, we have limestone, then you have limestone chokaa, you have chalk. Limestone is somehow different from chalk, but unaweza kuona kwamba limestone ni calcium carbonate, then chalk it's almost the same composition of elements. So these are the organically formed. Then you have coal ambayo ni makaa ya mawe. Makaa ya mawe unaona they are very similar. Makaa ya mawe kuwa made up of the layers sedimentary rocks. Then you have the, unaweza kuona hapo tunaona sedimentary rocks is just the sedimentation of particles, na kabisa inaonyesha kabisa kwamba hapo ni kuliko tu kuna accumulation ya vitu fulani for many years, many years, zikatengeneza rock kama hiyo hapo. Unaona remains of the living organism, they form, unaona coral rocks, different rocks from remains of living organism. Now before we are moving to the rock cycle, let's discuss about the metamorphic rock. Let's discuss about the metamorphic rock and conclude our session, so that in the next session we will discuss about the rock cycle. Now metamorphic rocks are they resulting from metamorphism or changes of the other categories of rocks. So they are rocks which have changed from one type of rock to another due to contact of heat, pressure, or both. So igneous or sedimentary rocks, they can undergo metamorphism, and by undergo metamorphism they can result into formation of metamorphic rocks. This process is referred to as metamorphism. Any rock can be changed into a metamorphic rock. Example of metamorphic rocks, they are slate, marble, and granite. And there is no diagram of metamorphic rock which is shown in my notes here. Now let's see. There are three kinds of metamorphism. First is dynamic. This is influenced by pressure of the Earth's crust. Example, shale to schist, or clay to slate, or granite to dryness. That is dynamic metamorphism. Simply, metamorphism is coming from the nature of this word is changing the shape, changing the nature. Also, you have thermal or contact metamorphism. Thermal or contact metamorphism. So this is caused by intense heat. This can take place when a rock come into contact with hot molten materials like magma or lava. So this is called as the thermal or the contact metamorphism. Example, limestone to malleable or sandstone to quartzite. From there we have the thermodynamic metamorphism. This is the process that takes place as the result of a combination of heat and pressure. Thermodynamic, heat and pressure. It is when existing rock are subjected to both pressure and heat to change their shape and appearance. Example ni coal to graphite. Hizo ni example. Kwenye characteristics, they are very hardy due to prolonged action of heat and pressure. The rock can be changed to another type of rock and they can undergo weathering process. Unaweza kuona examples of metamorphic rock. We have slate like this one. Then we have gneiss like this one, which is another example for metamorphic rock. Now this marks the end of our session. In the next session we'll discuss the very important part in physical geography, which is rock cycle. This is one among the part which is asked by many teachers in the exams. So don't forget to subscribe the channel and to share the link for this video so that you can get this session later. Thank you everybody, and let you wish you nice studies.